to 10. Come inside, come inside. Feels a little crazy like that, doesn't it? Today's going to be a wonderful, exciting day. There are protests in every single town that I can think of in Western New York. So I know many of you are leaving here and going to there. We will be doing a hard stop at 10:30. Usually we hang out and do little breakout groups, not today. You are free to leave your cars here and carpool to whatever protest you want to go to. I think we have a few posters still in our library. If anybody wants to borrow a poster, just please return it. Housekeeping. If you go out either set of doors, actually, you're going to find bathrooms. If you go out the door here to my left and go up the ramp, there's 2 bathrooms at the top of the stairs. If you go out these doors to my right and go down the stairs and through the double doors, you're going to find 2 bathrooms also. Got it, everybody? Okay. While we are having the meeting today, feel free to get up and get whatever you want to eat, drink, etc. We will be presenting, we will have a list of presenters. It looks like 5 or 6 presenters today. So, anyways, she wants me to keep talking. So, how are you? How's things going? How many are actually going from here to a protest? All right, all right. And actually, I should say that I will be hanging out here because I have to flip all of this over because we have our Rainbow Cafe open. There's chickens out. Yeah, you know, I wish we had a little liberty, though, to make fun of them. You know, it's kind of sad when we don't have the freedom to talk about him without the fear of being named. Oh, yes, I see a Lady Liberty in the back there. Woo-hoo. Here comes somebody. Nobody's in the door.
Liberty's a little late.
Anyways,
You're great.
We are fighting for democracy today.
Yes.
Welcome.
and if you don't know, the reason Portland and Chicago and us are all wearing costumes and things is because of the idea that we are domestic terrorists and we're scary. So I don't know if you're dressed up as a Sonic Hedgehog or Miss Liberty or a taco, that you really look scary. I myself am dressed up because today is Gay Christmas. And so, happy holidays to me. It's the second most important holiday in the gay community next to Pride Day. And it's the day we dress up as who we would like to be. So, here I am. Half lace, half other stuff. You ready yet? Can I stop chatting yet? Poor Les is back there waiting to do something.
All right. So give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuge of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. That's what So today, we're going to go out in the streets and we're going to fight for democracy, and I am very, very confident that this will be the biggest event ever to happen in the United States, the biggest protest. So those of you who fought for the ERA, we're still waiting. Those of you who fought the Vietnam War, you won. And every other skirmish in the streets. But this one really counts, because this is about America. So today we've got a few rabble-rousers that will speak to you. But before I begin, just a couple words on safety. There's been some controversy about whether you sit down when there's a troublemaker or you run. Depends on what's going on. If there's tear gas, get out of there and don't run in the direction of the wind. I'm not expecting this, it's Williamsville, but just in case. If it's just a screaming crazy person, do not engage. Just ignore them. Silence is power. They want to start an argument with us. You can't argue with idiots, don't bother. If you see them harassing someone else around that person, protect those people. And make peace visible. Make it visible that you are out there being peaceful. Every group in America is saying this to people. Somewhere, someone's going to cause trouble, and that's going to be the news. It's not going to be here in Western New York. Okay, so today's first speaker is Dave O'Donnell. He's from the Clarence Monday Night Club. They meet at a bar by the name of Shalubi Looper. And he's going to talk to you about the Clarence protest. Hold this really close. Yes, close to your face.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So, yeah, we have a protest on October 29th. It will be a Wednesday from 4 to 6 o'clock on Sheridan and Main Street in Clarence. Very highly visible area. A lot of people coming home from work. It's always very crowded. And beautiful parking area at the Rite Aid drugstore, which is out of business for the last 6 months, so it's a huge parking lot. You can park there, and we're going to stay on that side of the street, so you don't have to cross roads or anything like that. If there's any questions about that out there?
There's flyers on all the tables.
Yes, so that'll be on the 29th at 4 o'clock. I'll be there early, and it should be a lot of fun because it's kind of like the heart of the Republican town. So, good luck out there, and who's next? Lady Liberty?
Uncle Sam couldn't make it today. Sarah, your group? The Sarah's with Good Neighbors.
And Wendy and Eileen, I think, will join me. All right. Hi, I'm Sarah from Good Neighbors Getting It Done in Western New York. Closer. I'm Sarah from Good Neighbors Getting It Done in Western New York. This is Wendy.
Hi.
And, okay, Eileen will stand by, but we have a few different things to distribute. I'd first like to note this thing that has remind your parents to vote. We don't mean your parents, although you can remind them. This was a suggestion from our voter mobilization working group of something that you might wish to cut up little notes and put them in with Halloween treats for Halloween as a friendly little reminder, something like this. So if you want to take one or a few, we have some of these that you can copy and cut out. And thanks to Iris, who couldn't be here for this idea mobilization group. Then we have a couple of petitions, and the one that sort of looks like a petition, well, that says petition, and looks like a petition and has room for signatures. This is a petition to oppose the SAVE Act, basically. And there's a window of, this is the one that with the window of time, right? Or is,
Yes.
am I good? That's where I'm wanting Eileen's.
Submitted by October 20th.
So this needs to be submitted by October 20th. I think I have the wrong one because this one doesn't have the thing in the bottom. Thank you. All right, so we have Kathleen, my co-organizer, who isn't here because she's at a rally in Fredonia, wanted to see if people would like to sign this and we can take pictures of it to send to her. She'll submit it for us. You can also follow the link at the bottom and submit the signatures yourself. So Eileen, is there anything else on that one that we should say? Okay, so that's the petition. So you can sign here. You can also take some as long as October 20th is obviously in 2 days. So that's a fairly short turnaround. So this is opposing the SAVE Act, which would require proof of citizenship and make it hard for anybody who's changed their name and so forth to be able to vote. And in contrast, we have a petition to support the Safe Air Act, not to be confused with the SAVE Act, and that is what Wendy will speak to.
I don't know how great I'll do, but basically what this petition is for is a state legislator, Patricia Fahey, in the Capital District has brought up this bill, this proposal, that we do not in New York State want to condone or give money to, our taxes, to deportations without due process. That's basically what it comes down to. There's no time limit on this right now. This is all of New York State, so please share with anybody that is registered to vote. And hopefully we can get it in around January, and she can put that towards that bill being passed. Just to kind of let our district legislators know that we can get this passed. That's basically what it is.
And then just to clarify, so the SAFE Act would be for New York State, and so this one is directed, this petition is directed to New York State Assembly members and state legislators, whereas the SAFE Act is at the national level.
This is for the same.
That one is to oppose the SAFE Act, so to oppose requiring the proof of citizenship and so forth. All right. Okay, great, thanks. Back to Lady Liberty.
Thanks. Jen? There you are.
I'm going to take off the name tag, so I'm not doing that later.
Well, you are also a candidate, so it's important to share that with everyone.
I discovered an unexpected byproduct of running for office. You develop face blindness. And then when someone kindly says, "We met it at," I'm like, "I'm so sorry. My brain has gone absolutely numb." But we have, I think, 18 days left till the election. Please remember to vote. But I'm actually wearing my Braver Angels hat, invisible hat. We had another training up in Tonawanda, and 90% of the participants were red. We actually got the magic phrase at the end of the session where one of the conservative identifying people stood up and said, "I wasn't aware there were so many liberals who were open to conversations." And like all of us went, it was great. It was great. So we did have some lovely, lovely conversation. And there is one other, this is kind of a small, if you'd like to go to a workshop, Westminster Church. This one you'll have to let me know because I need to get your name on the list. Westminster Church has a particular book study group that has asked us to come in and do a workshop. That is November 16th at 8:45 in the morning. And so it's just for their community, but they said we could invite anyone who wanted to attend. So if you want to go to a Braver Angels Having Better Political Conversations workshop, please let me know. It's November 16th at Westminster Church downtown on November 16th at 8:45 a.m. We think we have a red, third time is the charm, so we should be an official alliance hopefully by the end of the year. So thank you for all who've been supporting and sharing the Braver Angels work. For those of you who don't know Braver Angels, it's a political project focused on depolarization. The only goal, it's based on the belief there's going to be something after, and we're all neighbors, and we have to figure out a way to be neighbors together. So it doesn't ask us to change our minds, it doesn't ask us to change our values, it just says let's sit down and talk to each other, and we'll find we have a lot more in common than we thought. So that's the Braver Angels Project. It's from an Abraham Lincoln inaugural address. Okay, have fun today, be safe, Braver Angels. And we did, my running mate and I did a Constitution Day event, and I had some extra constitutions, so I put them out on the front table if you'd like a free pocket constitution. Okay, thank you.
Share those constitutions with your red friends. very good. I had announced previously that I would have an expert on firearms come next month. We ran into a snag. Apparently, New York state law says you must be certified to teach in firearms, even though we weren't going to learn how to load a gun. We were going to learn to identify different types of armaments. But this individual said, I would be liable if I did this, so I'm not going to do it. So we're working on trying to get basic information because the far right is accusing us of not knowing what the heck we're talking about when it comes to gun violence. So what's the difference between a Saturday night special and an AR-15, and what are those categories called? And clearly I don't know. So I'm trying to find some experts that can show us slides and help us to be better educated. Not that we're ever going to get into a debate with a MAGA gun owner, but I think for our own intelligence we should know. And part of the goal of Firewall is to educate. So if you are aware of somebody who is certified by New York State and isn't too far right and willing to come and talk to us, that would be great. Our next speaker is Peggy or Mark, depending on the day of the week, and she will speak on justice advocacy.
Actually, it's according to your level of comfort. Hi there. I think most all of you know me. I am one of the leaders of the Justice Advocacy Group here at the U. And I just wanted to take a few minutes and tell you that November 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. we will be showing here in this room a movie called 1946, The Misinterpretation That Shifted Culture. Now, how many of you know of this movie? 1, 2, 3. Okay, what it is, it's a documentary done by a young woman who happens to be lesbian, and her father is a fundamentalist minister. And she's a filmmaker, and they became estranged because of his religious beliefs and her sexual identity, or gender identity. Anyways, she has done a profound amount of research into the weaponization of homosexuality. And it turns out that in 1946, there was a group of 12 men who were doing a new interpretation of the Bible called the Revised Standard Version. And when they did that, they made a mistake. And the word homosexual appeared for the first time in the Bible. And this movie looks at that and how that happened and how it became reversed, but then how it became a weapon within the church. So a very important film to let you see how this all unfolded and what happened in our culture in the 50s and the 60s as a result of this. So I would invite you all to come November 7th here in the Emerson Room from 7 to 9 p.m.
Okay, we have a short speaker list today because many of you, I hope, will be out in the streets. As you know, it's every town in America. The nearest one is Williamsville on Main Street, and it starts at 11. So feel free to hang out here or get down there and find a parking spot. Just remember, you are within your legal rights if you are on public property, so stand on the sidewalk. That is your safest location. Also, I would ask if you could spread the word at Firewall. I've got cards out there. Grab a handful and give them to anybody who looks like they might want to be part of our group. When the weather gets cold, trying to do these demonstrations is going to get a lot more difficult. And we're going to have to flip to card writing, letter writing, phone calls, and having guest speakers come in of a political bent. So we need a good showing today when the weather's nice. and I'm anticipating the Firewall will grow during the cold months. So let's get the word out on the street. I'm going to invite you to stay for coffee and conversation, and we're going to wrap this up early.
Can I
Yes?
just make a comment real quick?
Sure.
Because it was on last night on Channel 2, in case anybody's going.
We can't hear you. Start again.
In case anybody's going downtown. Chris Scanlon was on the news last night, and he did say that the roads are being closed. I don't know what they are around
Hold
the
the camera
area.
on, please. I can't hear you.
I said, Chris Scanlon was on the news last night on Channel 2, and he said there's going to be roads closed near the area that the protest is, near Niagara Square. What the roads are, I don't know, and that Channel 2 is going to be there live at 11 o'clock. So it may be hard to find parking.
It's easy to take the train downtown, park at University Station, take the train, walk 2 blocks, plenty of free parking uptown.
Which stop do you stop at?
Church Street, yes, thank you. Just follow
And
people to
some of
sign.
us believe that Williamsville is a very good location because of through traffic. And if you think about it, when you go downtown, if the streets are closed up and you're all in the circle, that's just really great for you to see my sign and me to see yours. But our goal is to show the general public who's not out there in the streets that people really care and come and join us, and we're a fun group because we wear goofy costumes. So hopefully that message works. Normally we don't pass the mic, but we've got extra time today.
Just something to think about. I read it on Facebook today about our signs that are criticizing and laughing at Trump. That's not getting the other side to understand what we're really all about. That's what this post said. And that we should start making signs that put out the issues so that the people, I don't know, left or right, understand why we're there. Just something to think about.
And that is very important. Signs that say due process, free the immigrants, no ICE, any of those things get more attention than some of our silly signs, though I am a queen of silly signs. I thought there was more speakers after me, so I did not say this. Voting day is coming up. And it's very, very important, not only that you get out and vote, that you vote the party line. It's been shown that those of us who are Democrats tend to overthink. If we have not researched somebody, if we do not know somebody, we leave it blank. We don't know them. Why should we vote for them? That is not true for Republicans. And so we lose votes because we do not check all the boxes. So please, do not leave anything blank. Check all the boxes. Oh, I got people now. I love the crowd. Oh dear.
Early voting starts on the 25th, Sunday, and ends the Sunday before voting.
Yes.
Early voting on the 25th.
Starts.
And it's the second.
You can vote anywhere in Erie County, but on the day of election, you must vote in your own district.
It wasn't what I was gonna say, I apologize. I just put it back. You're also gonna see on your ballot something called Prop 1. Proposition 1 is a request from you're gonna wonder why on earth are they asking us about something in the Adirondacks? It's because it's part of our Constitution. There's an agreement between the Olympic Committee and New York State. The Olympic Committee is gonna expand Lake Placid. In exchange, New York State is gonna protect an extra 2,000 acres of wildland. It's good for small business, it's good for Lake Placid, it's good for New York State. So vote yeah on Prop 1. So you're gonna look at it and say, I don't need to vote because it's about New Paltz, I think it says in Prop 1 language. Please consider voting yes on Prop 1. It's good all around. It's a win-win-win situation.
For those of you, I'll get to you. For those of you who may not know, next week is the Diwali Festival of Lights, which is an Indian festival. I have a quasi-adopted Indian daughter who is in the chapel creating a Ringali, which is a design done in sand, colored sand. If you have an extra minute to walk into the chapel and see progress being made, you're welcome to do so. And Marlena, did you?
I just had a question for, not to contradict you because you know what's going on, but I thought it was to vote no on it, because what it would do is open up that land and allow then development, because it's supposed to be forever free of development. And that when you open the land and they're going to use other land, then that pristine land then becomes available for, trails, of course, because for the Olympics, but also it becomes available for hotels and restaurants and development that we may not have, again, a chance to vote on. I don't know.
That's a good, everything I've seen, he said vote yes.
Okay,
That's what the local advocates are asking for, but we should, let me look into that.
I heard that voting no was the better way,
Okay.
but we have time.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for coming.
Cheryl wanted to.
Sure.
Just real quick, this is a stupid question.
No.
There is no Democrat that's running for sheriff. So we just leave it blank?
What do you
Does
think?
anybody, it's the Garcia who's a jerk.
Right.
But he's Republican, I don't know, should I leave it blank or should I?
Right in.
Oh, put it right in. Oh, that's good.
Statue of Liberty.
That's right.
Okay.
I'll hold the torch. All right, thank you very much.
That was a good question.
All right, do you want this to go to?
I have a question. We want to start a new group, and we were wondering if we get some information from other people.
Let's talk to me after.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you all for coming. Go out there, hit the streets gently. And we'll see you next month. Remember, it's the third week, the third Saturday of every month. We are here come rain or shine. And we are also on YouTube. Thanks to Les Buhite. Everybody give him a round of applause. He shows up every meeting and videotapes the whole meeting. So if you do miss or you're out of town, go on to YouTube. It's Firewall Umbrella, Western New York. And it's the only one, so you can't miss it. All right, thank you. Have a good day. Good trouble.